Hey, good morning, friends and family, and all of you. And maybe I even have an enemy or two that's watching this. But it's Monday morning, August the 30th, and Pastor Larry here, and I'm coming to you just to get your week kicked off. Just a short word this morning, quick devotion, just a time to maybe reset your thinking and to reset your mind for the week that's coming ahead. Was thinking about this morning, Ezekiel was thinking about the valley of dry bones, was thinking about the place that God took him and set him down in the midst of a valley full of bones that were disjointed, scattered, had no breath, had no life, looked like a hopeless situation. And God set him down in the middle of that and asked him a question and said, "Can these bones live?" And Ezekiel had the proper response. He said, "Only you know, God. Only you know what the outcome is going to be. Only you know whether these bones can live again. You have the answer to that question." And he was in the middle of a situation where he didn't necessarily see a lot of hope. He was in the middle of a situation where there didn't look like to be much of a future. But he put all of that in the hands of God, and he became obedient to what God was asking him to do. And all God asked him to do was begin to speak and to begin to hear and speak what he was hearing to that valley full of dry bones. He first began to speak to the situation itself, and the bones began to come together. Bone to bone, joint to joint, they began to come together. Then he began to speak again to the situation, and the muscle and the sinew came upon those bones, and the skin and the flesh came upon those bones. But then God turned and said, "Now I want you to do something different. Instead of speaking to the situation, I want you to speak to the atmosphere. I want you to speak to the wind. I want you to command the wind to come from the four corners and to blow on these." And when they did that, the Bible said that the wind blew on them and breath filled their bodies, and they stood up an exceeding great army. I don't know what your situation looks like today. I don't know what the week looks like that you're facing. I don't know what some of your financial situations are, your health situations may be, your family situations. Emotionally, some of you feel dry. Spiritually, some of you feel disjointed and disconnected. Man, it's just one of those seasons that we're in all around us, that it just seems like there is just disconnection and dryness, and there doesn't appear on the surface for many people like there's much of a future. But could I tell you this morning that if you will begin to hear the voice of God and begin to speak to your circumstances what you are hearing God say, God will begin to move in ways that you could only know that it's Him. It's going to be hard for you to believe what God does, but He's going to do it right before your eyes. He's going to begin to bring connection back. He's going to begin to bring hope back. He's going to begin to bring life back into your situations and into your circumstances. So as we launch into another week, no matter how disconnected, disjointed, or hopeless your particular situation may be, I call on you today to put your ear to the heartbeat of God. Only speak what you hear Him saying. Stop speaking negativity. Stop speaking death over your promises. Stop speaking hopelessness over your situations and your families. Begin to speak life. Well, Larry, how do you know that's what God's saying? Because He is a God of life. He is a God of hope. He is a God that wants to bring breath back to what appears to be hopeless, disjointed, disconnected circumstances. I'm praying with you this week that you would begin to see and to hear the rattle of dry bones coming together, and your situation beginning to respond as you speak the word of God and you speak life into your circumstances. Don't speak what you see. It's obvious. It's easy to speak the obvious, but don't speak what you see. Speak what you hear. Get in the word. Lend your ear and lean in to hear the heartbeat of God. Bring heaven to earth and watch God bring your circumstance back to life and breathe hope back into your world. God bless you today. Praying for you, praying that this week is mighty in God for you. Blessings, grace, and peace be upon you. We're praying for you this week. The Lord bless you.